How big of a sports fan? I mean, you're a huge sports.
Huge sports fan. You know, that was my childhood. You know, and if I could have done anything, I would have been a point guard for the Knicks. That would have been my
Dream job.
Dream job. I mean, a good point guard. I don't want to be like a backup, but I would have loved that more than anything. My greatest childhood memories are all sports related. It was, the Islanders and the Giants and the Yankees, and it's so big.
All the New York teams.
New York teams, yeah. I was a Ram fan for a minute when I was young. The movie Something for Joey, I think, got me liking the Rams for a while. But.
Best venue to watch a game?
I mean, Nassau Coliseum is such a disaster now, but all of my great memories are there. But the Garden, I mean, the Garden when the Knicks looked good for a minute, really 2-3 years ago when Amari first got there. I mean, it's electric there. There's nothing like it, and I've been to the finals at the Staples Center, and there's no comparison, none. When the Garden is going and when New York feels the Knicks are happening, there's nothing like it.
Why? What do you think the difference is?
New Yorkers, and in LA, it's they care, but they don't,
Because it's more transient?
I guess, and I don't know. Maybe it's the building and the history of all of it. There's just nothing like the Garden, nothing.
How cool was sitting courtside for the first time?
Amazing, like to hear every sound of it, and actually, sitting with my son courtside, and I didn't realize he was 6 or 7 years old, and he really wanted to say hello to Kobe, and and everyone's like, I don't know if he's going to say hello, and my son got out there as Kobe was coming out of the tunnel, and Kobe, high-fived him and rubbed his head, and turns out he was doing that Spike Lee documentary they were playing the Spurs, so it was incredible to hear it. It's such a difference from even 10 feet away, when you hear these guys talking and you hear, right in the huddle, like the seats that Ari Emanuel has that he was nice enough to give me, like my leg was touching Kobe, like I'm in the seat next to Kobe. So I hear every word that's going on and everything that Phil was saying at the time, and it was very cool.
Best game you've ever been to?
Not even a question. 1980, New York Islanders, Philadelphia Flyers, Bobby Nystrom scores in overtime to win their first of 4 Stanley Cups. There's nothing even close to that. Nothing.
What do you remember from it?
Everything, My father won't like it, but everything from we had season tickets to, somehow I was the youngest son and everybody wanted to go, and I ended up in the last row of the Coliseum. Like our seats were like 8-10 rows behind the opposing team's bench, but I was in the last row of the Coliseum. I remember like it was yesterday, and I cannot ever imagine a feeling like that again, ever.